Uxie down to 1%. Another high horsepower against Aurorus. B-Sharp is out. Ice Beam takes down Thunderous and a freeze as well. Body Slam against Scyther is a critical hit. Hello and welcome to another Iceberg video. Today we are going back to where it all began. We are going to play Pokémon Showdown. Pokémon Showdown is a game where you could have endless and various battles against random people on the internet. And not only that, but you can do it for free. You could play with random teams or you could create your own teams. But for this episode in particular, here's how this is going to pan out. Random singles, random doubles, and then the Hackmonts Cup. And the aim of this episode? Basically to see if I've learned anything from last time. So without further ado, let's get started. We've got Rotom Wash against Sirfetch'd. Gonna aim right for his item. He's going for a Will-O-Wisp. Knockoff knocks away the leftovers. That should help. Alright, so next round, the attack is already lowered down from the burn. So we're going to go for a Brave Bird. He goes for a Volt Switch. Could go for a Reed here. Don't know what kind of Reed would be good against a Flying type. This is not really one of them. I was going to say it would have been super effective, but Vikavolt is also an electric type. Knockoff knocks the heavy-duty boots. Is that good? Thunderbolt will take down Sirfetch'd for the first KO of this game. I'm going to send out Incineroar. We've got Flare Blitz. That should be helpful. You know, Vikavolt could switch out here. Decides not to, and we are level. Ribombee is now heading out. So, Flare Blitz again. Oh, okay, going for a Sticky Web, but that's another sweep. One-hit KO against Ribombee. The recoil is proving to be worth it so far. And the key word here is so far. I'm gonna U-turn.
Nope.
Okay, he goes for a Hydro Pump, so yeah, that doesn't pan out too well. Ludicolo is the only one who could work well against water types here. I mean, Jolteon's there as well, but Rotom's also an electric type. And speaking of electric type, here's a Thunderbolt, and Rotom is taken down by the Giga Drain. Looking pretty good so far. And the key word here is so far. Who's up next? It is Arcanine. I've got a present for you too. Okay, he's going for a Toxic, and a Hydro Pump is a one-hit KO. Zacian is up next. Okay, I don't have anything too good. I don't have anything super effective. We'll go Hydro Pump again. And that puts Zacian down to the yellow. Land another Hydro Pump, and Zacian is out of here. Oh, still in it. And that will take down Zacian. The 8%. Eventually, Ludicolo is taken down, but it is 3 versus 1 at the moment. Suicune is the last Pokemon. Perfect call to send out Jolteon here. Gonna go for the Dynamax. We're going all in. Max Lightning. Unless Suicune's got something. The Dynamax here. Suicune goes for a Scald. Doesn't do a lot. The Max Lightning puts Suicune down to 11%. Looking good here, but I think my opponent's forfeited. He was gonna lose anyway. I can tell you that much. He was going to lose anyway. Alright, so moving on to the next battle. It's another random singles battle. I don't know if I'm going to be as confident heading into that one as before. Not with a middle stage evolution to start off this game. Look at that, we got Iceberg and Heisenberg. I just realized I think I know what he was trying to say there. Alright. Conkeldurr goes for a knockoff. Ironhead doesn't do a lot, but Conkeldurr is eventually down to the yellow. Gonna go for a Shadow Sneak, see if that does anything. Doesn't really do enough, and Doublade is the first one out. How Lucha should pan out. Brave Bird is perfect. And we are level. Zapdos is the next Pokemon. So, yeah, I'm going to have to switch out. Crocodile's heading on. Discharge, that's a perfect read.
Perfect.
Let's see if we can make some more out of it. We got a Rock-type move, that should help. And Zapdos down to the yellow. Goes for a Hurricane. Crocodile down to the yellow and confused. If he lands this Stone Edge, it will pan out. And the Stone Edge hits. And we've gotten ourselves onto the lead. Drapion is the next Pokemon. Stone Edge is not going to be super effective. I wish we didn't have that Choice Scarf or whatever that was. Crocodile's still in it. Had we not had that Choice Scarf, we easily could have used Earthquake there. Drapion down to the red, and Crocodile is out via knockoff. Alright, so up next, Dugtrio. Speaking of Earthquake, that's a KO against Drapion. It is 4 against 3. Still close, but I think we can maintain the lead here. Stonjourner's up next. That's a bad option. Could pull off an Earthquake of his own. And speaking of Earthquake, Stonjourner... Okay, he is gonna... Okay! Okay, so maybe that wasn't a bad move after all. Both of us used Earthquake, and Stonjourner is not even in the red. Hopefully Machamp can make things worse for him. And we've got a close combat underway. Machamp down to 50%. And that should take out Stonjourner. Machamp is burned from the Flame Orb. Raikou is the next Pokemon heading out. And the only reason to have a... Okay, Machamp is out, and we are level again. We're going to have to send out Ninetales here. Don't really have anything big to deal with Raikou. Alright, Raikou's going for a Calm Mind. And Blizzard does not do a lot. It'll take a while to take down Raikou here. Goes for the Thunderbolt. We go for a Moonblast. Raikou's still in the green. I'm going to go for the Dynamax, because I haven't really used that yet. The Thunderbolt puts Ninetales in the red. Max Hailstorm puts Raikou down to the yellow. And this Thunderbolt will take down Ninetales. So we are down to Hawlucha. So I think this might be game over here. Lands the close combat. It's 1v1 now. But the question is, who is the last Pokemon? It is going to be Aromatisse. I think that's game. I think Aromatisse is going to take this one. Lands the Brave Bird. Aromatisse still in the green. Going for a Calm Mind. So not really going all in as of yet. Brave Bird is the only good move I've got, though. Not enough there, and Aromatisse will wrap it up with Moonblast. A rough loss there, but it was a close game. Heisenberg says GG, so yeah, I've got to be polite here. Alright, so now we move on to the random doubles battle. Personally, I like these a little more than the singles battle. More options and, in a way, more eventful as well. It's Aurorus and Scyther against Zamazenta and Snorlax. That will be interesting. Gonna go for a close combat against Aurorus and a Body Slam against Scyther. And they're going for a switch out here and a Dynamax off the bat. Close combat, that's a good read. Gothitelle able to resist it. A Max Airstream is a one-hit KO against Zamazenta. Body Slam doesn't do a lot. So that puts us in a bit of trouble. How are we going to respond back? I'm going to go for Rotom. Thunderbolt against Scyther. High Horsepower against Gothitelle. Goes for a Max Flutterby against Rotom. Lower special attack here. That could be helpful. Thunderbolt goes against Gothitelle. They go for the switch. I just realized the ally switch. That's okay. They are going 1000 IQ here. Let's see what he's going to do next. Max Flutterby again. Rotom down to the yellow. Special attack is even lower from there. Gothitelle goes for the Shadow Ball, but Rotom is still in it. Gothitelle down to the yellow. Body Slam. Scyther's still in the green. Eventually down to the yellow via the Hail. And the Dynamax runs out. They're going for a switch. Aurorus. They're going for a double switch with the U-turn as well. Scyther heading out. Bisharp is the Pokemon heading on. High Horsepower is still super effective against Aurorus, though. We'll send out Victini. We'll go for a V-Create against Bisharp. Another High Horsepower against Aurorus. Bisharp is out. Can we turn this into a double team? No, we cannot. Aurorus down to the yellow and no lower than that. Sharpedo is up next. We'll go for a V-Create against Aurorus this time. And a Body Slam against Sharpedo. Lands the V-Create and Aurorus is out. And the Waterfall against Victini will be a one-hit KO. Snorlax lands the Body Slam down to the yellow and paralyzed. Alright, so Leafeon is up next for me. My opponent's going back to Gothitelle. Gonna go Leaf Blade against Sharpedo. High Horsepower against Gothitelle. Leaf Blade lands against Sharpedo. That's a KO. And it could be a double team here. It will be a double team this time. It's 3 against 2, and that gives us a chance. Hatterene and Scyther, the only 2 Pokemon remaining. Leaf Blade against Hatterene. Body Slam against Scyther. Goes for a dual Wing Beat, and Leafeon is out. Body Slam against Scyther is a critical hit. And Dazzling Gleam against Snorlax, still not in the yellow yet. It's 2 against 1. Gonna go for a Fire Blast and a High Horsepower to wrap up this game. Fire Blast is a critical hit against Hatterene. High Horsepower puts Hatterene down to 31, recovers back into the green. Weezing down to the red, recovers back into the yellow. I forgot that Weezing was a poison type. So Clear Smog might work against Hatterene. We'll go for another High Horsepower. Down to 26%. High Horsepower puts Hatterene down to 3. It's 1v1 here. I think we can wrap it up with a Body Slam. And that is game. Ends up being a close game in the end once again. Very eventful doubles battle. And how about we go for another? Alright, so for the next one, it's Uxie and Sharpedo against Genesect and Slowbro. We've got Leech Life against Uxie. Could work against both. Might be the better option if I use it against Sharpedo. We'll go Ice Beam against Uxie. Sharpedo with a Protect. Uxie with a Thunder Wave against Genesect. So Leech Life doesn't work out. Ice Beam doesn't do a lot against Uxie. We'll go for another Leech Life against Sharpedo. We'll go for a Scald this time against Uxie. Goes for a Crunch, super effective against Slowbro, recovers back into the green. And a Knockoff, super effective again. Leech Life takes down Sharpedo, first KO of the game. And the Scald still doesn't do a lot against Uxie. But a solid turn so far, and Marshadow is heading out. We might go for a double team here. We don't have anything super effective. Rock Tomb, decent amount against Genesect, lowers speed as well. Iron Head against Marshadow, and the Scald takes Marshadow down to 7%. Try and go for a bit of a cross-country play, and okay, I have to explain this one a little bit. Alright, Rock Tomb against Genesect, and Marshadow is eventually taken down. Knockoff doesn't do a lot against Genesect either. Uxie recovers back into the green, and goes back down into the yellow. So what I meant to say earlier about the cross-country play, it basically means, in this case, Genesect attacks Uxie and Slowbro attacks Thundurus. Also, why do they have a Thundurus? Anyway, we're going to have Leech Life against Uxie, and, oh, this should work well. Ice Beam against Thundurus. Psychic doesn't do a lot. Thunderbolt does a bit more and does enough to take down Genesect. Ice Beam takes down Thundurus and a freeze as well! Takes Thundurus down to the yellow. That should be very helpful for us. Cobalion is now heading out. Iron Head against Uxie, and Ice Beam against Thundurus here. Thundurus already thawed out and takes down Slowbro. We'll go for Aromatisse. We'll try an Iron Head against Uxie once again. And go for a Moonblast against Thundurus. Iron Head. Uxie down to 1%. Still in it, and Cobalion is paralyzed. Lands a Thunder Wave. Aromatisse paralyzed as well. Thundurus down to 8. Alright, Iron Head against Thundurus. Thunderbolt against Uxie. That should work. Aromatisse eventually recovers back into the green. Psychic. Cobalion down to the red. Lands the Iron Head. Thundurus is out. And the Thunderbolt lands as well. It's going to be a double team. Still could be dangerous with their last two Pokemon, Glastrier and Garbodor. Glastrier is an ice type. That is perfect. Cobalion. We'll go for a close combat with him. I really wish I had a Psychic type there. We'll go for a Thunderbolt. Glastrier goes for the Protect and a Drain Punch against Cobalion. And the Paralysis by Aromatisse, so a short turn there. Primarina's heading on. I was about to say I made a huge mistake, but Primarina's got Psychic. That should help us out here. If Garbodor has a Sludge Wave or something that hits both Pokemon... Oh, that's a one-hit KO against Primarina. Icicle Crash against Aromatisse. And the Thunderbolt does almost nothing there. Stunfisk is the last Pokemon heading on. We'll have to go... We've got a couple of options. We'll go Earth Power against Garbodor and a Thunderbolt once again against Glastrier. Is this going to work out, though? Glastrier goes for a Dynamax. Gunk Shot again, resisted this time by Stunfisk. Earth Power puts Garbodor down to the yellow, recovers back into the green. A Max Hailstorm takes down Stunfisk. And Aromatisse is the only one who remains. We're in a lot of trouble here. Gonna have to Dynamax and see how much we can do, basically. Gunk Shot goes first, and that's enough to take down Aromatisse. So a rough loss there, and we are gonna move on to the last game of the episode. If I can find it, there's the Hackmon's Cup. So basically what that is, it's pretty much a Pokemon battle, but all of the stats are randomized. The moves and I think the abilities as well. It's a little messed up. You'll have to see it to believe it. It is Toxicroak against Resolute Keldeo. We've got Moonlight. Oh wait, that's not Moonblast. Boomerang is the only physical move. It's the only move that can actually attack. Shadow Ball does a decent amount against Toxicroak. Boomerang, a double critical hit there, and Keldeo is already down to the yellow. Goes for another Shadow Ball. Toxicroak down to the yellow. Boomerang doesn't pan out as well this time. And this Shadow Ball will take down Toxicroak, first KO of the game. We gotta look at the moveset before we send out a Pokemon. We'll go for Steelix. We don't really need to do too much to take down Keldeo here. I noticed Nuzzle was an electric type move, so that's why I decided to go for it. Is my opponent gonna switch? Oh no, I've disconnected again. Alright, so a Shadow Ball does a decent amount against Steelix. Keldeo's still in it though with that Nuzzle. Lands another Shadow Ball. Lowers the special defense this time. Oh, he's got Truant as well. This is not going well for me whatsoever. And Steelix is eventually taken down. That is mental. Alright, we gotta go for someone else here. Stunky. Do we have anything good? Snap Trap is a grass type move. So that should work, and it does. Finally, Keldeo is out. Who do we have up next? It is Dragonite. We'll send out Dratini and see if that works any better. Got an Electric Surge. Fire Spin. A slight read there. It doesn't really do a lot. Oh, Power Gem. That should work. Goes for an Attract, though. Lands the Power Gem anyway, but Dragonite's still in the green. Gonna try and go for another Power Gem. Fairy Wind is super effective against Dratini. And immobilized by Love and down to the red. And eventually taken down. Frosmoth is now heading out. We'll sing Dragonite to sleep if we can. Fire Spin does a lot this time. How did you miss a sing there? Alright, we gotta go for a flip turn. Okay, what just happened? I didn't really intend to switch out here, but it's like it gave me... There was only one option to switch out, but it might be a move that pans out here. Dragonite still in it, down to the red. Fairy Wind doesn't do a lot against Mienfoo, though. We'll go for Core Enforcer again. That should take down Dragonite. Excadrill is the next Pokemon heading into this battle. We'll see if an Astral Barrage works any better. No, it doesn't. Goes for a Bone Rush here. It's a multi-hit move, and Mienfoo is taken down. Gonna go back to Frosmoth. Flip turn should work things out from here. Thunder Punch, not going to give Frosmoth a chance. Stunky's the final option remaining, and we've got some pretty good moves against Excadrill in particular. But it's not going to work out this time. The multi-hit, critical hit, Bone Rush there makes it a one-hit KO, and it ends up being a blowout loss to wrap up this episode. But nonetheless, it feels pretty good to get back to Pokemon Showdown. And if you guys want to see more of this content, feel free to like this video and subscribe to the channel. And I'll talk to you guys in the next video.